Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good day and welcome to the show. It's Thursday, November 11th, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to have you guys here. And here's what I got to say: is we're going to open up the charts almost right away. This program, we're going to take a look at what's going on out there, and we're also going to take a look at the markets. And it's probably going to take about 10 minutes this morning. Thank you for tuning in. Well, so let's get started. Let's open up the charts right here and take a look. Now, I want to remind you guys how powerful the U.S. military is. It's by far the most powerful military in the world. And it says right here, as of November 2022, there are 47 active aircraft carriers in the world, operated by 14 navies. The United States has 11 of the largest nuclear-powered fleet carriers, carrying around 80 fighters on each one. The largest carriers in the world, the United States has. They have the most, too. Never forget that I think Russia's maybe have one or something, and I think China has like two. And the United States has got this massive big fleet of them, a fleet of them. They got 11 nuclear-powered ones the United States has. Now, what about bases? Just look at this map. This is just a small section of the Earth. These are all U.S. bases. Through Europe, Middle East, North America, South America, you name it. Anywhere in the world, you're going to find a United States military base. And they're equipped with the latest hardware and everything. So it's by far the most powerful military. If the military of Russia and China combined, I think Russia has quite a few nuclear missiles. This is true, that they built up during the Cold War. But you got to understand, an awful lot of these missiles were built by the former Soviet Union during the Cold War. How up to date are they? You know, numbers are not always the be-all and end-all in this game. The United States has been keeping up with their military programs. Their defense spending is far superior to any other country on earth, and of course they got the power of the almighty dollar, which enables them to just print more and more dollars to spend all they want. And this has led to a very powerful military indeed. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is this never-ending war over there in Ukraine. Just keeps going on and on and on. Turns out that the missiles that were fired were not from Russia, evidently. And that's a big relief, you know, the fact that maybe we're not going to go into World War III right away. Anyway, I just wanted to point out how powerful the United States military is. Let's take a look now at something new here. They are quite literally, you know, they're using those 3D printers for almost everything out there now. They can print almost anything. They're printing meat now. And from the look of it here, looking at pictures of it, it almost looks like diced pork or something like that. In this picture, it actually looks pretty tasty, you know, the way it's spiced up and everything, but this is 3D printed steak. This is new. This is something really new. I know that they've had these meats out there that are different types of meats for quite a while, but they haven't never done them off of a printer before. And so these are meat alternatives, but the people who are anti-meat are saying some of them are saying they don't like this because it tastes too much like real meat. So that's what kind of got me when I was reading this article about these types of meat. Anyway, so a lot of people are skeptical about this, and I'm skeptical as well. But I'm not like some people that not give something a taste. I give a taste test to something new. I'm always up for trying something new just to see if it's any good or not, you know. Of course, I can't tell you guys because I haven't tasted this stuff yet. So I'm sure it'll be coming to a restaurant pretty soon near you, because they say that the production of it is growing daily. Let's take a look at the silver price today. We had a big drop in the price of silver, and it's down to 20.85 today. It's down 59 cents on the day. Now that's quite a big drop. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is down $14, which is quite a big drop for gold at $17.59. Cryptocurrency, we've seen big drops lately in crypto. We're seeing $825 billion in the entire industry right now, and a Bitcoin price of 16,603, and Ethereum is 1206. Now I'll tell you what's going on is, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, hey, you know, the Fed has not stopped tightening. They're still tightening. There has not been a pivot yet. We've seen this massive increase in the markets over this what we call a bear market rally. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, you know, what's the first thing that they're going to sell off? Well, they're speculative assets, and that's what this is right here. That's the first thing. That might be the canary in the coal mine to a much larger sell-off that might be getting ready to come down the pike if the Fed doesn't change their policies. So we're watching for that here, that a larger sell-off might be coming pretty soon, because the Fed hasn't really changed. They're going to raise rates again next month. Probably another I would guess, I'm just guessing, another 75 basis points, but they're starting to get up pretty high. It's not like they were back before all those 75 basis point rate hikes that they had previously. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now, and it's down 215 points at 33,338. And take a look at crude oil. It's down almost $3. Now that's a big dive in crude oil. 3.48% at 82.61. I mean, we're all getting almost down to the $70 range. Probably start to see it at the pump. You might see it start to go below $3 a gallon in the United States again, if it keeps on dropping the price of crude. But you know, they'll do something. If it drops too low, they'll do something. Something will happen. You'll see. If they got to make something up, I mean, they'll do something. Something will happen. Something will break to make the price go back up. There's too much money at stake in all this stuff. 130 on the MOVE index today. I'm seeing the MOVE index starting to go up a little bit again. I was thinking that it was dropping down below its trend line here, but it seems like it did drop below its trend line here when it dropped down to 111. Now we had three other drops. We had one back in March, we had another one back here in June, and we had another drop back here in August, but none of them dropped below the trend line. Only this one dropped below the trend line. But now we're on our way back up, so we're back up above the trend line again at 130. Let's take a look now at bonds and rates. And we're seeing bond yields are rising today. We're looking at a U.S. 10-year at 3.78. And we're rising by 8.7 basis points, almost 9 basis points, 8.7. And the U.S. 30 years at 3.89, and it's rising by 3 basis points, 3.3 basis points to be exact. Now let's take a look at the dollar index today. And the dollar's at 107.13 and rising today. So we got a rising dollar. Yeah, there's a lot of trouble out there in the world right now. And, so we got 3D printed meat coming to solve the world's problems. It's going to be great. You know, I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. But I do know that listen, guys. Look at all these military bases the United States has all over the place. That's incredible. Seriously. Anyway, we'll catch you guys in the next show, and you guys have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.